Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Han and I'm back into the video. Haha. I wanted to talk about what just about everyone in the world is talking about. And that is a Tanacon. Let me give y'all a little bit of like a backstory, I guess. I've never really done a story time before, but this is gonna be my Tanacon story time, I guess. So my best friend and I went to VidCon last year, and I went to VidCon the year before that as well, but not with my best friend. I went with another one of my really good friends. It was my first time. So like, I feel Tana. Like, I feel where she's coming from, dude. Like, I went the past 2 years. So like, I see what she was talking about, you know, like her getting like pulled away from big old mobs going on. Like, I remember seeing that with other people. I don't know, I remember seeing big old crowds forming. I don't think I ever saw her. I didn't even know who she was until last year's VidCon, but you get the gist. I was kind of pissed. I was like, when I heard her story, I was like, frick, dude. Like, why would the VidCon people do that? And like, the first time I watched that video of hers, I was like, okay, is this legit? Is she being legitimate? Because, you know what, I really like her. I love the girl, but she has fibbed in a video before that I know for sure. And I mean, like, I can get into that at a different time.
Take a shot every single time I say, like, oh my god, it's driving me nuts. I'm so sorry.
I guess, but basically she lied about something at Disneyland. Her Disneyland story time, she was like, yeah, I got a bloody nose in a photo, and then they posted the photo, but it was for the Dumbo ride, and they don't even have photos on the Dumbo ride, nor have they ever. So that, I had a bad first impression of Tana. I'm not gonna lie, that was the first like impression I had of her, sort of. So I was like, what the hell? This is so dumb. And then she said they let them play in the fountains at Disneyland, which they would never do. Plus, they don't really have that many fountains at Disneyland. They only have, I don't even know. The only one I can think of is in California Adventure. I don't know what other fountain she's talking about. But anyways, that's really besides the point. I go off on tangents quite a bit, so like, I'll try and stop myself if I ever do that. But, so I wanted to make sure she was legit about this whole VidCon BS. So I watched some other people that were, you know, like, credible. And I mean, like I said, I love Tana, but I don't know if she's stretching the truth or anything, but like, I even saw proof in her vlogs and like other people's vlogs and other people's story times. So it's like, okay, I'm not buying a ticket to VidCon. I don't want to support VidCon, but like low-key after this crappy weekend, I'm like, okay, well, I might as well just buy a ticket for next year for VidCon, because if anything, it'll be a much better experience than I had at Tanacon. And you know what? People are probably gonna be like, oh my god, you're such a hypocrite, but like, literally, people are gonna give money to VidCon anyway. Like, what's another $150 from me? I don't know. My best friend and I really want to go to VidCon again, and so first of all, like, we were like, oh frick, it's too expensive. Plus, we planned this all super, super last minute. So I was like, I don't even know if we can get an Airbnb or a hotel room for a decent price. So we were like, shoot, like, whatever. I got to know VidCon this year. And then the whole Tanacon thing came up, and we were like, okay, well, VIP tickets are only like 65 or 67 or something like that. So that's a little bit more reasonable, and then we were able to find a really cheap Airbnb, so we were like, screw it, let's do it. So we very, very last minute, we're like, let's go to VidCon. And like, I mean Tanacon. This whole thing sucks a little bit more just because of the fact that we just didn't have VidCon tickets. A lot of people at Tanacon were also at VidCon, so when Tanacon kind of flopped, they were like, oh, okay, well, whatever, we have VidCon meet and greets and crap, but like, we didn't have anything. So here's where all the Tanacon stuff actually begins. So I was in LA, Santa Monica with my mom. I vlogged it a little. I can insert those clips, but I didn't vlog much. Josiane comes to my Santa Monica hotel at like 11/midnight the night before Tanacon. So she spends the night there, and we get up pretty early, maybe like 8 a.m. And Santa Monica, if you don't know, is about an hour from Anaheim. A little bit of traffic. I don't know, LA traffic's so weird. And so we Ubered down there, and we check into our Airbnb. We like drop our bags off, because we stayed in a separate Airbnb than my mom in Santa Monica, just because Santa Monica is literally an hour drive. give or take, you know, like I was saying before, and the Ubers are like $50, so that wasn't gonna work a bunch of times, so we were just like, let's just get an Airbnb. And like originally I was planning on just going to Tanacon and not going to LA with my mom instead, like, or like before, not instead, I don't know why I said that. So that's why we booked the Airbnb. I don't know, it all makes sense to me, but maybe not to you. So we check into our Airbnb, and then right after we call another Uber, and then we head to Tanacon. And we maybe got to Tanacon, I want to say maybe like 10:45, 11. And mind you guys, like the Tanacon schedule was like, okay, like welcome to Tanacon at 9 a.m. and then like, or no, it was check-in at 9 a.m, welcome to Tanacon at 10 a.m. or some crap like that, I don't know. My mom's been telling me I shouldn't swear. So I thought we'd be fine on time. Little did I heckin' know that the line was insane. It was insane. I can insert a video from someone.
This is the meet and greet check-in line. This is crazy.
Over there too.
What? So you end up right here, but you start way back here. I am lost for words. Tanacon just went crazy.
You start like even farther down there.
I didn't even see that. You start. Man.
But it was wrapped around this parking lot like 80 times. And it was just insanity. So we like walk around and we're trying to find the like end of the line, and we can't find it. And we think that the end of the line is like not that far. But there's a ton of people in line, you guys. I'm talking so many people, like 20,000 I think Tana said. We hop in line, we're waiting. We are like hating our lives because we're realizing how long it's all gonna take. We're trying to stay hydrated. Keyword trying. I was like kind of texting a couple of friends that I knew that were there to see if we could jump in line with them, and I tweeted like, oh, like I will literally pay someone. So then I found someone that let me pay them to cut in line. I know, we got that desperate, you guys. So I paid someone to let us jump in line, so thankfully we weren't waiting as long as we possibly could. We're waiting in line some more. We're getting to know the people next to us, which is cool. It was nice to at least make some friends while I was there. It wasn't like too bad of a time, except I got really sunburned. Do you guys want to see how bad I got sunburned? It may not look that bad on camera, but it hurts really bad. What's up, fam? Hello. Hello. We're in this line at Tanacon.
We've been waiting since 6 a.m.
We've been waiting since what? Like
6 a.m.
Since like 11? Maybe like, I don't know.
I said place in 2000s R&B and all that.
We went to our Airbnb for like 5 seconds and then we came here.
And I'm hungry and I'm thirsty.
Yeah.
Can I go get food after?
We should get food as soon as we get in there if possible.
If you ever get in here.
It's just, here's an overview.
I mean, I think honestly, we're good once we hit the park. There's still a long way to go.
We finally, and like things are, so much is going on like that we don't even really know about. Like I wasn't sure, I think they stopped letting people in at some point, but I don't know. I don't know what kind of security they had at the beginning of the day. I don't know if they were checking people's bags at the beginning of the day, but when I got up there, we got our badge, the goodie bag, which I can show you if I remember what I did with it.
I never filmed the goodie bag, or lack thereof, because this is a piece of crap, honestly. But here's the bag. It's a drawstring, little, kind of like the VidCon bags. Fun. It says Tanacon, it says Veeps, which is where you bought the tickets, and then Good Times was what, like, sponsored it? I don't know. Fuck. So on the inside, you can see there's just all this stuff. I know it's just filled to the brim, and I don't even know how I got so lucky. But here's the ever so famous Tanacondom. And then, what else? We ended up getting a ton of these just because it was around the same time that they were announcing that it was canceled. So they were just like, here, have these. So there's these bracelets that say motherfucking asshole. Yeah, there we go. and I have another one I'm wearing, but this one came inside. And then this was a lanyard that I actually have one other one of that we got when we checked in, and then there's one in the goodie bag. I don't really know, but they say Tanacon on them. Yeah. And then there's this thing. Oh, these stickers. Stupid. Well, not stupid. Like, these are like vegan, like, stickers, which is great. But it's like, this is all we're getting. Like, I think she hyped it up a lot more. And then what else? This sticker. I don't know what this is. I don't know what that is. And then these little cards about veganness. Cruelty-free shopping guide. Which is cool. It's cool. Like, I'm like, cool. But, like, people had much higher expectations for this. You realize. But yeah, anyways.
Checked our IDs, which was good, to see what meet and greets we had, I guess. And so we told them we wanted Jen and Rookies, and I got this little wristband for it. I still have on. They didn't check our bags at all. They didn't have any other security, like they didn't have metal detectors, nothing. But they did check, I guess, if we had a ticket, which was good. But basically, we're literally standing inside the tent, like right next to the guy who just checked us in, and someone rolls up on a like scooter thing, and it's like, hey guys, so we didn't realize, I can't remember exactly like verbatim what she said, but she basically was like, well, we're canceling it for today. And at this point, stuff had happened. Like, they did the wedding. I think Emma Chamberlain did a Q&A, which I would have loved to see. I love that girl so much. She's a literal comedic genius. By then, we're like, so what do we do now? But they did say that like tomorrow it would be better. So that was kind of why we weren't super upset. But basically, like, we walked around a little bit, and we were just, like, we got out of line, obviously, because, like, everyone was getting out of line. Just, like, big old crowds were forming. It was the most insane thing I've ever seen.
So what do we do now? So Tanacon is officially canceled, like, actually. They just made an announcement and said it was canceled. So...
You guys, it was crazy. If anyone has like moderate anxiety, they would have had an anxiety attack. I said that in like, I think I did a live on my Finsta and said that, but like, it was crazy. And after we left, we found out that like a bunch of people came out, like Elijah and Bella and Tana and all that stuff. But honestly, at this point, it was like, okay, that's not worth staying. After kind of like waiting around to see if anything would happen, there's a lot of people like crowding around the door. Some people started chanting like, refunds, refunds. If I have any videos, I'll attach them. I can't remember if I do. That was a little bit of a waste of time. We were happy because we got our wristbands and our badges. So like, that was good. And we were like, oh, when we come back tomorrow, we won't even have to register again. So that was like, that was what was on our minds. We were like, cool beans. And Jen's meetup wasn't until the next day anyways. And she had a panel at 3 that day. We would have liked to have gotten to. By then, it was maybe like 1 o'clock-ish time. So we were still like pretty hopeful we'd make it to that panel, even though they even you know, like before they canceled it. And Jen was like, oh, well, I have to do VidCon stuff. So Jen went to VidCon. So that's why we didn't hang around. We might have hung around if Jen would have been around, but like some people from Tanacon also had VidCon stuff to do. So we went over to this other hotel. We caught an Uber there, and then we just went to downtown Disney. We hung out in downtown Disney for a good majority of the day, so that was cool. And then we headed over, we figured, you know, like, not try and see if we can see anyone at VidCon, because Rebecca Black had an outdoor show at 8:15. It was set up so weird, like there were huge fences aligning the whole thing. We were like waiting around for Rebecca to start, and we saw other fucking Sam Podorf behind the outdoor stage, and we were just like, what? I loved O2L, you guys. 2012, 2013 me was like, oh my gosh, it's Sam. We wait around for some other people to take pictures with him, and then we say hi to him. I was like, hey dude, what's up, how's life? And he was like, good, I punched a wall and I like cracked my knuckle open or something, and I was like, ew. And that was all the time, and he was so sweet, and so that was really cool to spot him. So we walked behind the outdoor stage at VidCon. There were big fences up, but last year we met Alex, and we saw Jen like back there, and Ricky. So we were like hopeful that we would see Rebecca, because when people have outdoor stuff, they will like pull up and then go to that backstage area. So we kind of just sat there. She opened the gate, and the gates are huge, but they have little wheels so you can open them. And she like pokes her head out, and her security keeps saying like, no, like don't like meet the fans. And she keeps saying like, oh no, it's fine, like it's fine. And they keep telling her no, and she's like, it's fine. So that was so sweet of her. Like, I really admire that. So we go up, I go up, because I have the balls in me and Josian's relationship, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Rebecca, like, hi, how are you? And then I was like, oh, Josiane, like, come on. And Josiane comes up, and she's like, and Rebecca's like, oh my gosh, like, hi. Like, she, like, screams, and it's so sweet. Like, it's the sweetest thing. And she was like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, they were just talking a little bit. And then Josiane's like, oh, I have a birthday present for you, because we got her a wine glass at Disneyland, because it was her 21st birthday. So we were like, oh, we have to get her a birthday present. So we gave her her birthday present, and we took some pictures, and they came out blurry, but they're still pretty cute. I'll post them. But that was really sweet. That was good. So, like, it's just, like, we went to VidCon with no passes, and we still met people, and we went to Tanacon with VIP passes, and we met no one, because we couldn't even get inside. So that was pretty annoying. The next day, for our plan for the next day, we're like, okay, we have to get to Tanacon like early, because like Jen's meetup's at 10, and we don't know what's gonna go on. We don't know what's about to happen. We don't even know if there's gonna be, they said that, oh, there's gonna be a new venue. So we were like, okay, but like where? We don't even know that. So we plan on waking up at like 5 in the morning, because we want to know where the venue is. We want to make a plan. We want to get there early, so like if we do have to wait in any kind of line, we're ready, we're there. It's early, like all that stuff. So we get up, set my alarm for like 5:30, right? And like I snooze it like 6 times. But we get up at a decent time, and immediately there's a message on Twitter from Good Times Live. Not even an email, not even a text, because they had been texting us. That's another weird thing, is that the people from Tanacon would like send us text messages. They would like send it like 3 or 4 times. They would like send the same text. Anyways, that's besides the point. I just want to sit here for the rest of the video. There's a tweet from Good Times Live, and they're basically like, there's no way that we can have this go on. This is a safety hazard, all this stuff. Like, there's no venues that can hold this. Like, we're sorry, but it's canceled for today. So we sit there and we're just like, so what do we do? Mind you guys, also, like, a lot of these people had VidCon passes, so they were like, they weren't really fazed by this. We had no VidCon passes, so we were fazed a little bit. I didn't necessarily expect this to happen, but I didn't think it was gonna be this messy. I also didn't think we were gonna have that bad of luck meeting people. Everyone and their mom meets everyone they have ever watched on YouTube at VidCon. So, like, if we were cool, we probably would have gone to the Hyatt and just met people, and that would have been it. But I don't know, we just don't have that kind of luck, because we definitely do, like, the Hyatt was really close to the hotel where Tanacon was supposed to be, so we would like walk over there, but there's literally no way we can get there. We get up, we check out of our Airbnb, because we're supposed to be out by like 10, so we leave around like 9-ish, I want to say. Around 9, I'm like looking at my pictures. And we head to the Disneyland hotel. So we get coffee at the Disneyland hotel, and we're like sitting there and eating and stuff, and we're just like, what do we do? And so yesterday we kind of just like, we hung out at Downtown Disney some more. We went inside the shops there, and we kind of were just like low-key relaxing. We walked over to the Anaheim hotel where Tanacon was gonna be. We like sit there and see if anything will happen. We don't see anyone, but yeah, so honestly, like, it was kind of annoying, and like, I don't know, I'm not necessarily upset about it. Extra energy it takes to be upset about something you can't control is just so unnecessary. So I don't know, a lot of people are mad. My mom is pissed. She's more mad than I am, honestly, and like, it's funny. My take on it all is that Tana had good intentions. It's not like she planned this whole thing just to take $65 from a bunch of people. She had free tickets, you guys. She had a handful of free tickets. They sold out. They were saying a lot of people with no tickets came and tried and like successfully got in. And so they were saying like a bunch of people just like pretended they had tickets or whatever. But like, I think that they actually just oversold and are trying to say that that happened. But I don't know. I think it could have been handled better. I don't think Tana was out to get us like that. I really don't think she was out to get us. I just think that things kind of didn't work out the way she thought that they would. And I think that maybe it could have been planned a little bit better. And I think honestly, like, there are really simple ways she could have made it better. So I don't, that I'm a little bit iffy about. Like, she could have done so much to make it better. Like I said, I'm not even mad, like, about the situation. It's just kind of, it's like disappointing for people who came from really, really far to go to this. Like, Josie came from Montreal, and I mean, I came from Seattle. It's not that big of a deal. We were gonna go to LA anyways, so I'm not that mad. Plus, like, I got to see Josie. I don't see her that much, so that was really nice, and I love her. It was just such a big flop. Like, I didn't even get to do anything for Tanacon. Like, some of my friends actually got inside and got to see stuff and do stuff, which was great. Like I said, my stance on it all is that, like, Tana's heart is in the right place. I know that she just wanted to make a convention where it wasn't like VidCon, where people could actually meet who they want to meet without being pulled away and without being feature creators. So, like, I get that. I really do. Like, I understand. But she could have handled it better. She could have done more. And, like, Shane Dawson, like, saved everyone's lives when Tana was just, like, not tweeting all day yesterday. She literally went MIA. And she just didn't say anything. So that was my experience at Tanacon. Woo! 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 Thanks for watching, y'all. Leave a comment if you want to. I'm sure a lot of people will. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!